What's good, everybody? It's your boy Morgan Iverson back again with another episode of Top 5 Live. As you can see, I think I teased that we were going to have some special guests tonight. But for those of you guys that don't know, this at the bottom is Lori Foster, the owner and of the publishing company, Unlikely Hero Studios, and Sarah White, the host of the Unlikely Hero Studio. Like every y'all have y'all have a good spread of stuff that y'all produce yourselves, and Sarah is involved in all of that with Unlikely Hero Studios, and they're destroying this Kickstarter that they're on right now. That's what they're on tonight for, to promote that, because I think we have, last I looked, 69 hours left in the Kickstarter, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but they are absolutely destroying that Kickstarter. I think y'all got the goal in, like, did it take a day?
Couple of hours. It was
Oh,
like a
wow.
little over 2 hours.
We
Or maybe
were
it was
on the
Yeah.
live. We do a launch live stream, and we stayed on the live stream until it funded because it went up way faster than we expected, and everyone was all hyped and all caps in the comments. It's funded.
It was amazing. It was
I'm not
amazing because, I
jealous
mean,
at
I
all. I'm not jealous at all. I'm just
it was so cool to be able to be a part of it. Like just we were just sitting there watching it just tick up, and it was so cool to see.
Yeah, it was crazy.
yeah,
We like I said, we have the best fans. We really do.
I agree.
I'm
I
impressed.
mean, do y'all? I have the Kickstarter pulled up. Do y'all want me to show that? Y'all want to talk about it a little bit and then I pull it up, or?
I'm sure. Yeah, I don't want to cut into the top five too much, but
No,
if
go and do your
No,
thing.
no, yeah, y'all got time. We because, I mean, the first half of the show we usually get on to some topics from the past week, and we've got one that I'm pretty sure is going to be the only one we discuss once we get to it. The injustice argument
Oh
about
Lord
Batman and
Jesus. Here we
Superman
go.
movies, right?
I only do
Yeah,
yeah,
see,
let's y'all can please talk about the Kickstarter.
yeah. So I'm quite sure that's not going to go well. So once we get to that topic, I'm sure that's going to go for a while. So I definitely want to make sure I get y'all in first.
And I'm interested, so I wanna hear it. So this is me. This is my interested face.
Yes,
are
your
you
interest is
showing
fake.
images or should I just start talking?
No, you can go ahead. I'll put him. I'll share the screen in a second because I
Okay.
have a.
So yeah, the book is called Miss Medusa's Monstrous Menagerie. It's about a carnival slash circus in the 60s in Oklahoma. Um, and it's a circus. It's one of two circuses in the US that includes mythics. So the entire circus is creatures, mythological creatures, deities, demigods, all of that. And basically the book is I'm trying to remember what we've been calling it. I need to write this shit down because
I've been
I think
describing it as like, what if those freak shows from the 1960s and earlier were the freaks were actually mythical creatures? So that's kind of how I've been describing it to other people. It's like,
right. And
what if we still had those, but
it's like it's Paul described it as a period drama, uh workplace comedy. Uh it's a whole bunch of things combined into one. We have we actually have two editions of the book. So um we have a sideshow edition that has a different cover, and also it's the interiors are uncensored. So wherever there's a little bit of nudity or a little bit of violence, it's not conveniently covered by an object.
Well, you already know you just gained a whole lot of interest with that.
I was gonna say
It's
is this clearly isn't all ages.
no, I would say 16 up,
Okay.
for sure. I mean, I guess it depends on the parent and the kid. There's some kids that I think would be okay with it. It's not pornographic, but there's some occasional nudity.
what you call it, incidental nudity.
Yeah, right. Like if people happen to be naked in a scene, then they happen to be naked. It's,
Fine by me.
and the writer likes to make a joke about how we're like egalitarian about nudity. So there's there's titties and there's also schlong involved when there is nudity. So
Yeah. Whip it out, god dang it.
just right, like
Sometimes you got to whip it out.
we,
I'm just scrolling down the page while you're talking.
Is this
yeah,
a
no,
I'm about to interview you. Is this a ongoing series, or is it like graphic novel? Is mini series? Which is it?
so this is just
Oh.
issue 1 of what's going to be an ongoing series. The
What's
writer,
the opposite of mini series?
yeah, the writer has, I believe, 57 issues planned. So we're hoping to get that far.
Wow. You said 57?
Okay.
57, yeah.
That is awesome.
This
That is
looks
so
amazing.
Ooh, wait.
What's the artist's
Look at
name?
this. Look at this one right here. My
So
God, never mind.
So this comic's been a really interesting experience for me. It's the first time we've ever done something like this. We actually have a background artist and a character artist working together to create the
Oh.
pages. So Paul Hanley, who is also the writer, is doing the background art. And then Matt Frank is doing the character art and also co-writing.
Nice.
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Matt Frank, but he's done work for on Godzilla, Transformers, those kind of books. So he's actually really excited to do something original because he's been working on, what's the word, licensed stuff for a really long time. So he was really excited to get this out and get people seeing it.
I mean, this looks
yeah.
amazing. This looks amazing.
These images are absolutely phenomenal. I told Lori that yesterday. Like the images, the stuff that you guys are offering, man. I mean, like I said before we started the show, Lori's just a beast in being able to put things together and get people together to accomplish greatness. I mean, like I said, they got the play. Now you see the goal was 5,000. They covered that in hours.
My goodness.
You know what I'm saying? They covered that in hours. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and for good reason. Like I said, I mean, as long as I've known Lori, I haven't seen her put out anything that wasn't fire. So I mean, hats off to Unlikely Hero Studios again.
Now I want to work with you guys. I'm over here like, how do I?
We should talk about it. Absolutely.
We should. Absolutely.
Hey, Katie.
Yeah, if you need cover artists, I got you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
yeah, we should talk.
Always looking for artists, yeah.
Javon does great work, so that's a definite. But yeah, I mean, to make sure that matter of fact, let me go ahead and put this in the.
So what's your elevator pitch for like blank meets blank? Just curious.
Oh,
is that a hard one?
Sarah,
I think it's kind like I would definitely say like The Office is definitely it's kind of a little bit The Office because it's like a workplace comedy, like, but it's kind of a dark comedy, kind of.
Okay.
But yeah, like so it's a little bit of The Office. It's like a little bit of Greek mythology, a little bit of the carnivals that you used to go to as a kid. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's a little bit of comic book convention too.
There's fantasy and supernatural horror elements. It's really hard to compare it to anything because it's very new and weird and it's not really something that I've seen done before. So I'm The Office meets like a really good supernatural horror. I can't think of one right now.
What's is it Charlton Heston, like the movie from way back when that was the Greek? What the hell's the name of that movie?
Clash of the Titans or
I mean it's got the mythology element to it, but it's not like it's not the violence. It's not, well, I mean, not yet. I don't know. I only see it a little bit before everybody else gets to see it because my part of it doesn't come till the end. So so like there's the mythological elements of the Clash of the Titans stuff.
Down the line, there's definitely going to be more violence.
Yeah, cool. I'm always good with violence, as long as it's not
when you run a carnival and it's full of like hundreds of mythological creatures and gods, like you're guaranteed that someone's going to get fucked up at some point, and everyone's trying to get along. And there's like there's work unions with the fairies, and they're not so nice sometimes, and
Well, and there's
Yeah.
there's monsters there that are like in in nature, as much as you can say it's nature with mythological creatures, but like some of the bigger monsters that are there with working with the smaller monsters that would traditionally be something they would eat. So there's they have to get along in there, and it doesn't always work out. So
right. Miss
pretty
Medusa
interesting.
has her work cut out for her. Like she's got to keep all this shit in line. She's got to try to make money. She's got to, and also I'd like to add they're also dealing with Oklahoma in the '60s, which is not a
Okay.
super forgiving place for people who aren't white men. So
Mhm. Yeah.
Not
so
great,
they're
not a great
dealing with
place.
that.
No,
Sorry?
I said not a great place. No,
No.
I mean this
Nah,
this
that's
is amazing. This y'all,
yeah.
if you
I
watch it,
totally.
you guys gotta go back. You absolutely have to go back.
Somebody just backed it. I saw
Yeah,
that. That's it.
I
I
saw it
just saw
go
that
up.
a second ago.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Yeah.
I'm a back as soon
But
as we
yeah,
get
no,
off
I
the
think
show.
yeah, I definitely think for everybody that has not already been aware of Unlikely Hero Studios, you need to go and check out because I mean they just got done doing Hot Brass. Like y'all, how many of y'all put out this year?
That's a good question. How many titles do you have?
It's been at least
How many do we have? Let's see. So we have Super, the Surgeon, Up from the Skies, Unthinkables,
yeah, it's been.
Hot
Hot
Brats,
Brass,
I knew it was at least 5 or 6.
and now
Medusa,
Miss Medusa.
and
And
like
we're
the
gonna
Yeah.
Art of Ian Richardson. But I mean,
Yep.
it's not
That
a
just went
story;
crazy
it's
too.
a art book. So
and then we'll
Yeah, but
have
it went crazy though.
the end of this year we're releasing one more series actually called Power Broker. That'll be a superhero book. So that'll be we'll have 7 series, ongoing series.
I am
Incredible.
really impressed.
And
My
that's
goodness.
not even counting the anthology, is it?
oh,
Did
Right.
y'all
Yeah.
have
elsewhere,
that?
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. That we
Forgot
have
about
right.
elsewhere.
Yeah.
We all, thanks, Mark.
It's amazing. That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to help make sure everybody understands like the scope of what Lori and Sarah are over there kicking out. Like to put out 8 projects in 1 year is insane. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Like me and Danny would
It's
love to get to that level.
it's mostly Lori too. Like Lori is the one. Like I mean, yeah, don't shake your head at me. Don't you shake your head. She does all the coordinating and she's the one making sure everything gets done, even if she's not doing it herself, which she does a great deal of the work herself too. It's like, I mean, I try to help, but if I didn't have her poking me and telling me, okay, I need you to do this and I need you to do it by this time, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to get it all done and make sure I'd stay on target and stuff. Like, I mean, it's Lori
No,
Lori keeps us all in line.
no, but that's what I'm saying. That's one of the things that I admire her most for is that she's good at. She's not a taskmaster. She's just good at delegating what needs to get done in order to accomplish a goal. Because I mean, we worked together for the anthology, and it was masterful what she was able to do with that many people involved and that many different hands in it and that many different ideas. So that's why, again, I can't say it enough. Like, if you guys haven't checked out Unlikely Hero Studios, you definitely should. Because they've got a whole bunch of dope projects, and as good as this one looks, I mean, not pledging is not even optional. You know what I'm saying? Like that should have been.
Thank you. And
Yeah, I
since
took
you
a quick
mentioned
look at
it,
the website too. It was amazing. Like the
thank you.
artwork on there was mind blowing. Made
Thank
me
you.
put my
You.
pencil down. I was like, all right, I quit.
No,
Nah, get out of here, bro.
I gotta go back
Nah,
to
no,
work.
you gotta do cover
Javon's a
brush.
monster
Should be
too.
Nah, don't
it should
worry
be
about it. It was amazing.
inspiring.
It really is. It
Inspiring.
was a lot of great work. It was also it was almost too much. Like I was like, all right, man, I got to come back to the website. I got to come back and take another look.
Since Morgan, you mentioned it, I'd actually like to mention the 3rd volume of our anthology. We're
Mhm.
still accepting submissions until the end of November. So if you
Okay.
two have anything you want to submit,
Okay.
Now, is it a theme or is it just whatever?
so our anthology is super convenient because the theme is elsewhere, and we start every story with an elsewhere ... So we can jump around between genres and themes and locations really easily. which makes it super fun to go through all the submissions because they're all over the place. And of course, we accept like people who haven't been published before, people who are pros and have been published a million times. And we release a volume every February. Basically, we kickstart it.
What's the page count for the story?
We're pretty flexible. We prefer between 1 and 10.
1 and 10. Okay. All right. I have to take a look.
I'm coming in with something crazy. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna
have
make
to.
up something very bad, and it's gonna.
I might have to forego sleep to do it, but we'll try.
I have one that last volume 2, Katie and I worked together on.
It was awesome. I
Seeker
need to say that
is the name of the story. I was
it.
what do we name that? But I don't know. Katie had expressed interest in, and we hadn't really revisited that. Katie, we gotta talk about that. Maybe tomorrow.
You have 1 month.
You should be sleeping. Yeah, if we can get that fleshed out, and then I have one of my own that I'm actually working on, and then there's another one that I want to do, but it might not make it into volume 3, so might have to wait till volume 4. But Katie said Lori is great to work for, and I would actually say that I don't think I ever have felt like I work for Lori. I always feel like I'm working with Lori. She's
that's what I'm saying.
Way better than a boss. It's not, I joke that she's the big boss lady, but really, like, it's not. You're not the boss. You're the leader. It's different and it's better. And I wish all businesses would do that instead of you being the boss that you got to work for. You could be the leader that we work with. That'd be so much better.
I like that.
1 month to draw it, 1 month to write it. I don't know. We're gonna have to work Lori gave me a lot of leeway with that last year because I'm kind of work with the company. But what is the deadline's the end of November?
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
The end of November. Yeah.
I mean, I bet if we could get it done before the end of 2021, that maybe
if you guys can show me something like really close to done, I make exceptions for friends.
Yeah. Like if she knows us and she can trust that we're gonna get it done, then we can get away with it. But that's only because she knows us. So new people have to stop it with a fully completed thing.
Lori, do you do this full time? Is this your full time job, or are you split?
Pretty much. I'm working to make it that. Yeah, I work inking as well, like for other companies, but other than that, full time. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Hey, that's the dream right there.
And freaking amazing inker too. You should go look at her page and see her inks. They're insane.
Yeah, and I said
she can take people's pencils that are just a mess and turn it into a piece of art. It's so cool, and I like watching it happen too. It's really cool. We need to get Lori.
Crank something out. I have to think about it.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
I'll try.
I want to do it just because I enjoy working with them. So I definitely want to make sure that I put the website up one more time. And if you guys have not already gone over there to pledge, I don't know what you're thinking, but make sure that you get in there. I came here to say I'd love to voice Gutshot. Hey, well, that's absolute okay.
That's actually Bo is he's the one who does most of the voices for our Kickstarter trailers.
Okay. And that's what's up.
Yeah, he's a professional voice actor. So if you need one.
I
think that he could also do a hell of a cosplay of Alucard from the Netflix Castlevania. Well, the video game Castlevania. I think he could do that too because he's already got the hair.
What's up, there, man? I want to make sure I put the link up again. And I don't know. Are you guys gonna stick around for the rest of the for the rest of the topic and then our top fives? Or I mean, it's up to y'all. You know, you're welcome.
You guys are welcome. Absolutely.
It's fine too.
What was the top 5 again? What's your top 5?
It's top 5.
I mean, I got a list ready. If you guys
want to
say, like,
I don't know. I can.
All right.
Are we talking about like paper comics or like the MCU and DC EU
Comic book
type
movie.
stuff.
Comic book villains.
I'm
Comic
kind of
books.
Comic book villains.
yeah. I was gonna say I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of mixing both, but I mean, if it comes from if it's in the MCU or DCU, then I mean, it
It's
came
the
from the
comic book
comics.
villain.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have
I'm
I
leaning
have
from
some
comics.
ideas. I'm stronger in the movies than I am in the
That's
paper
all right.
comics because I
fine.
didn't get
that's
into
fine.
comics
That's
until
fine.
a few years ago. But I have some ideas.
So
Yeah, that's what
Morgan,
I'm saying. That's fine.
so do we want to have
No, go
this
ahead.
injustice conversation? Because I feel like that's the only one we're gonna do.
It pretty much is. I will say so. Okay. So one of the topics that we had tonight was let me get it on the screen. Wait, one more time. Let me make sure I put the Kickstarter link up there because I don't want you guys to miss it. And I'm dead serious. If you haven't pledged, we got 69 hours, as you can see right here. 69 hours to finish pledging to close this out, and I'm 100% sure we can get to this
Oh, just
14,000.
went up.
So if you, if you
Wow,
So
thank
fun
you.
when that happens.
if you can't, I mean, there's no reason we can't get to this 14,000. We should be sharing this. If you have anything to give, we all say this all the time. If you don't have anything to give, your share means a lot. You know what I'm saying? It puts it in front of the eyes. So please share this, get it out. Here's the link right here. Or you can just go on Kickstarter and type in Miss Medusa's, and it'll come up right there on Unlikely Hero Studios. But I'm telling you, like, you don't want to miss this. The artwork on it by itself is insane. I'm I'm never not. Okay, Moana said 15K. That's what's up. So, yeah,
Let's
I'm
speaking
down.
of, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so
You know,
I just want to make sure I get that link up there again.
one of the reward tiers for this, you can actually get a life-sized Medusa
Yeah.
standee. It was 6 foot 6 inches.
Okay.
I saw that.
So,
I
yeah,
thought that was crazy.
huge Medusa. It's the
I'm so
That would be
excited
the
possibilities
about
with
best
that
that.
thing.
Halloween. That'll be the best and most original Halloween thing that you have for sure. So I would have, like I said, I would have made sure that I get that up there again. Go hit that link and let's get this to 14,000. We got 69 hours to do it. So before we get into, I know we're definitely going to get into the Batman Superman quickly before we get into revealing our list.
I mean, we got time now. Denny ain't here. He ain't got no
yeah.
curfew.
Hold on, let me take out the share screen. Screen share.
Danny's curfew ain't here, so you know.
Yeah, I don't. So Danny might still come.
He might
come through later. I don't know, but yeah. So let me. I will say, I do want to touch on. Y'all know my battles with Facebook as it is. Okay,
We not
so
doing this, man. We not doing the matter. Nah, don't
no,
do it.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it quickly.
Listen,
The Facebook meta thing, right?
We know how
Don't do
you
it,
feel
guys.
about Facebook.
Don't
We
do it.
know how you feel about Facebook.
I'm just saying, don't do it. We've seen this movie. We've seen Ready Player One. We've seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen where this ends. Okay,
Morgan's ready for us to be. Morgan's ready for us to be in Black Mirror. That's what he is. He's
no.
ready
See, that's what I'm saying. So we've seen it in Black Mirror. We've seen it in Ready Player One. We've seen too many iterations of this going terribly wrong. Please don't do this. Like, we can't stop them from converting Facebook to doing it. I just don't think it's a good idea. People do what they want to do, but I just want to say that quick. And I also wanted to get the Michael Myers thing off. I don't know if you guys saw this. Let me make sure I put this on the screen. So apparently Michael Myers is homophobic because he killed a homosexual couple in Halloween Kills. And I had to sit with that for a moment and just say,
you sat with it.
I said, wait a minute, don't do that.
I'm just wondering. I'm wondering why that was something like you had to have like deep thought about.
It was no. Well, okay. So I'm aware that we're in a weird space in America, but to be in a space where we say Michael Myers is, if we're gonna say Michael Myers is discriminating on killing people,
that's rough. That's a stretch.
Anybody who says that Michael Myers is homophobic because he killed gay people has never watched a Halloween movie in their life. He will
kill anything. He kills any and everything. If you're around, he will kill you. It doesn't matter if you're an alien. It does, like, literally, if aliens invaded the Earth and we could have Michael Myers and Jason on our team, I'm all for it. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna kill whatever's out there. It doesn't matter what's on the other side. They just want to kill.
And you know what? It's like the implication there is that if he's homophobic because he killed a gay couple, that you're assuming that all of the people that he killed before are heterosexual, and that is a bold assumption to make because he has killed a lot of freaking people. He has killed a lot of people.
A lot.
You spent way too much time on this movie. That was just
I had to make sure that I at least gave it a quick spot, man. Because it was, bro, you don't understand. Like
from the beginning,
when I saw the
movie,
post,
it was not
when
good.
I saw the post, I was like, "Is this serious?" I thought somebody was trolling me with a meme, and then like I kept seeing it, and then I saw people reporting on it, and I said, "This is real." People are seriously saying this, and I was mind blown. So I had to at least get that in there.
They weren't exactly the smartest couple. I mean, they knew he was in the house, and they proceeded to grab weapons to go after him.
Yeah, you just run.
You just run. Had a knife. He had a 1-inch knife.
Yeah,
like
to fight Michael Myers with.
Yes, he literally grabbed like the smallest knife you could possibly. It wasn't even as big as a butter knife.
It was very bad. It was a really bad.
It was so small. And I was just like, "What are we doing here? What does he think is going to happen here?" It was not a good movie. Like,
okay, so maybe I didn't see the movie, and maybe the problem was like that they made the couple stupid, and then he killed them. Like maybe that's what people have a problem with. I don't know.
Isn't that just everyone in every Halloween?
Like, yeah, I was gonna say,
this
movie. Like they always are like. Hey, I heard a weird noise downstairs. Let's go check it out. Like, no, you're in a horror movie. Don't do that. Go
never do that.
Way. So,
this was a special kind of stupid. In this movie, they were they were special kind of like. There's a scene where a woman literally says to her boyfriend, "Michael Myers is in my back seat. Go get him."
Yeah, you're right.
And he proceeded to go. Michael Myers
that wasn't a homophobic couple. That was a black couple.
That was a black couple. He killed them too, so he's racist.
So he's racist, right?
He's racist and he's homophobic, apparently.
And he killed a woman, so he's misogynistic.
Yes,
homophobic.
And he killed a man, so maybe he killed white males, so maybe he's with
maybe he didn't kill kids though.
Antifa. Maybe he's with Antifa and them too.
He didn't kill kids, so Michael Myers loved a kid.
What, was the man a Republican? Did he kill the
I don't know.
He killed Republicans?
At this point, we should just shoot for whatever. I mean, it all works. This is what I'm saying because he kills everybody.
Maybe Michael Myers is QAnon, like he's part of QAnon.
That would make sense. That makes sense.
You got something.
There it is.
You've been trying to kill the same woman for like 40 years, so hey, maybe.
I think she's Michael Myers myself.
Wow.
Now
tonight.
Lori, what's her name? Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, he's failed at killing her. Maybe she's Michael Myers.
She maybe. I don't know.
And we've been the misogynist ones all along for assuming he's a man.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh my God, Sarah, you just
you clearly are making the movie more interesting than the actual movie was.
I agree. If they had to follow any of those storylines, it would have been better.
Any of it would have been better.
The worst part of this movie was the fact that they had an entire mob of people beat him to the floor with all kinds of weapons and then sit to wait as if they had just triumphed. And he literally grabs somebody else's knife and kills them with that knife. And it's like
there's like 20 people and
it's like 20 people. And they're just waiting on the death. You know what I'm saying? Nobody runs. Everybody's just around like, oh no, what's happening? Oh, a knife's through my throat. Oh God. Like it was
when I say it's probably the dumbest horror movie I've ever seen. It's
I'll
probably
never watch it again.
The last Halloween movie I saw was Resurrection, so
it was dumber than Resurrection.
Oh, that's
I've seen Resurrection. It was dumber than Resurrection.
I don't even remember Resurrection now.
I'm still shocked that we're talking about it. But Morgan had Morgan had to get something off his chest.
I had to give this spot
sometime, man.
I feel like they were trying to be inclusive by having a gay couple in the movie. Like Michael Myers didn't burn the LGBTQ flag. He just killed some gay people.
Yeah,
they was in his house. They were intruders.
They were in his house.
Yeah. So they kind of brought that on themselves.
They brought them on themselves.
Don't go in the house if you don't want to get killed.
Don't go upstairs if you don't. He went in. This is what makes me mad about this movie, and I hate that you brought me to this point. but he got in the house and he went upstairs. He left them alone. They were downstairs. He literally walked up the steps, did not bother them. They went upstairs. He was just staring out the window.
He was.
I mean, they had a good 15 minutes
provoked him
to get out the house.
I would have been so out. You don't even have to worry
about
it.
I'm not gonna lie. If somebody did that to me in my own house, I'd probably stab them too.
I mean,
based on blood,
right? Based on
don't come into my house and bug me.
Based on American law, that's like right. stand your ground.
Yeah,
Mike Myers.
Yeah, especially if he was in Texas.
Trying to kill those people, right?
Hey, listen.
See how when we go down this rabbit hole of stupidity.
Yeah, well, we're all gonna get canceled. So
I'm all right.
All
right, go. We spent too much time on this.
Look, I was upset. I had to get that off, sir. I'm sorry.
We know how you are, man. We know.
I'm sorry. So Injustice and Superman. That narrative. For those who don't know that narrative, Javon is closer to a comic book historian than I am. So I'll let Javon kind of give us some of that, and then kind of give us what the argument is, and we'll quickly. I don't want to. Let's give ourselves at least 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Right. On like who's right, because we've had portions of this argument. We're gonna have to come back to it, I know, but we've had portions of this argument before. But
so I mean, if you don't know what Injustice is, it's a video game. But they made a comic book about it. But basically, Joker tricks Superman into killing Lois Lane, and who's pregnant with his baby. And because of the trick, Superman loses it and literally punches a hole in the Joker, killing him. And then Superman decides I've had enough, and he basically becomes like this authoritative guy, takes over the government, and on the other side of and then he starts basically like, hold on. Oh, sorry. He basically and him and Batman are at odds because Superman has reached a point where he's through with it. He'll kill the supervillain. He's tired of the nonsense. And Batman's like, no, you can't be, judge, jury, and executioner. My particular argument on this is that there are heroes that should kill, and then the heroes that don't. And even the heroes that do kill, they're anti-heroes. But there are certain superheroes that absolutely should not kill. There's 3, in my opinion: Superman, Batman, Spider-Man.
Oh my god!
And specifically for Batman, the minute Batman kills somebody, he's no worse than the people that he's putting away, because at that point he's just a vigilante, murderer. Because Batman only works, in my mind, and I've read other comic book artists who say the same thing. Batman only works if he's better than the police. Like, his morals have to be higher and more quote unquote pure than the police. He has to be a detective. Like, I don't like brutal Batman. Like, I don't like Batman that's like breaking ankles and legs and everything like that, or drug dealers. Like, that makes him no worse. You know what I mean? Sorry for the crying baby if you can't hear him. But yeah, so that's my the same thing for Superman. Superman, a brutal Superman that kills doesn't inspire. Superman should inspire. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, when you just described the storyline, I was like, this is fucking weird. Like, like Superman just loses his shit and starts killing everyone. Like,
he starts with Joker because he kind of snaps. After that, though, he kind of is he's at a point where he's like, look, we've waited on people to manage this and stop these people from harming people for a long time now. They're not going to do it. So I'm going to come to you and give you the options. Like he's coming to world governments and saying, "Hey, you guys need to do this, 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 and this. If you don't, you're going to force my hand to fix this. But I'm not going to allow for people to just continue to be getting hurt and maimed and whatever else." And I think Batman's argument is closer to. So one of Batman's biggest arguments is that, you know, we as the Justice League, we can't move like that. We have to hold the line, like what Javon was saying, like, and you are the best of all of us. We expect the most from you. So for you to fall to this is an issue. Part of Superman's argument, though, is that number one, his wife and his child died because of Batman, really, because Joker continues to go to jail. You know he's going to get out. You know when he gets out, he's going to torture, hurt, and maim and kill more people. And you refuse to deal with that problem. So now he's left Gotham and come to Metropolis, and he's caused this tragedy to come to my house. And that's not just counting me, but the other people that he's harmed in these time periods because you chose not to deal with him. And at this moment in time, it's just time for him to go. He can't be redeemed. There's nothing else for us to do. You've given him chance after chance. He's broken those chances over and over again. How long do you let him go on? And how many bodies, like how many graves have to be dug because you don't want to take that step? Because you're being
but
kind of like
once
a hopeless
again, that doesn't fit. And don't get me wrong, by the way, I love the Injustice series. I'm literally looking at the trade paperbacks right on my thing. It's a very good story. So I'm saying this even though I love the storyline. I think, but once you start saying, you know, Superman should kill, it stops being Superman, in my opinion, because Superman shouldn't be about the easy route.
I mean, you could also argue that Superman is kind of an example for all of the other superheroes. So if he starts killing, then does all of that fall apart?
Yeah, the whole narrative falls apart, in my opinion.
I think that's a part of it. But so for me personally, I've always seen this more from Superman's perspective in this storyline, because for me, the biggest problem I have is what Superman's argument back to Batman is, which is how many times are you going to let Joker go to prison and get out of prison and kill more people? So there are countless bodies that continue to drop because you are choosing to not deal with this. You keep kicking the can down the road. And you know he's not redeemable. You know that he's not going to. It's like if you know a mass murderer is going to go to prison, but you also know, like who?
Like Lex Luthor. He ain't killed Lex Luthor.
Okay, so I'm bringing it outside of let's go to a serial killer. You know what I'm saying? Like Ted Bundy or Ed Gein or, you know, any of those names. These people are serial killers. You know for a fact, if they get out, they're going to kill again. It goes to the capital punishment argument. For me personally, the biggest reason I don't go for capital punishment is because I don't trust the justice system. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust the people that are going to make the decision on who deserves to die and who doesn't. And that's also a part of this. It's the same as it is with Civil War and Marvel. You know what I'm saying? That same conversation as far as like Cap being like, yeah, but what if we don't like their rules? And Iron Man saying, well, yeah, but so Cap is kind of like, but who's going to make a better decision than we are? And Iron Man was almost like, nah, that's not our decision to make. That's what that fight came down to. So for me, that's why I said like earlier.
You just disproved your point, though.
No, I'm not. But so
because you just said that you're against capital punishment because you don't trust the justice system, right? I just want to make sure I heard that right.
Yeah.
Right.
In this real world.
Fine. But if you don't, like, if you say I don't trust the justice system to make the decision on who lives and who dies, then why should Batman be the one, or Superman, or any of the other superheroes be the ones to make the decision on who lives and who dies?
Because they said they're the best of us, right? Like that's what we're looking at them for. They're supposed to be
to be better than us.
Yeah, but my point is, if they are, we can't have it both ways. Either Superman is the example, and he's the standard, and he's all of those things. So there's two ways to look at it. There's one way is, well, if Superman killed this person, they must have really deserved it. That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is, dag, how far have we fallen because Superman killed this person?
But see, even if you have
can
the
look
thought,
at it either one of those ways. For me
but even if you
personally,
have
I
the
would look
thought
at it.
process that, well, you know, he must have deserved this. It's like that's a dangerous rabbit hole, because then the next guy, Superman, just like, yeah, I'm tired of this dude killing. Let me punch him through the stomach, and then you know, hey, he must have deserved it. And how many people you start punching through the stomachs before you reach the point where he's the Punisher and he's not Superman?
I don't know. That's my point. But for me personally, I think this decision comes down to, I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't think that you can go around and just start killing everybody that commits a crime or whatever. But I think there's a pattern to the, like I said, like for me with a serial killer, if this person's killed 30 plus people, has no remorse, and you know what I'm saying, it says that they're not going to change. Like they made it very clear to you, if they get out again, they're going to kill again. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, that's like if somebody harms my child, right? They apologize, but say, I mean, if I had the chance to do it again, I would. Would you let that? I mean,
But we
not
the example.
there's a line there.
You understand what I'm saying, though?
Line.
But when they say he's the best of us, so he's the example. Him being
That's
the example means, but right. But Superman in general is a hopeful figure. Like he's supposed to react to things better than us. Like he's supposed to. Like but it's easy. It's easier to write Superman going crazy than it is to write Superman doing the right thing. Hold on, I'm reading Tony's thing. He's like, Joker killed. He tricked people. You like. I understand that you're looking at it from an emotional point of view. I'm looking at it from the character of Superman. The character of Superman is it's not to be the easy way. It's not to take the easy way out because of the powers that he has. Everything could be the easy way out. He literally could just sit up in the sky and just start mowing people down with his heat vision. But if you, it's not the easy. It's supposed to be hard.
I know, but how infallible does somebody have to be? Huh? But how infallible does somebody have to be? Like if Superman chooses the right thing 999 times and chooses something that you question once, I don't know, man. Me and my boy just had this argument, but it was about a different subject. Like I understand that he's an ideal, and I understand that we hold him to a high standard and all that, but I just don't believe that we should be placing those type of.
See, you're thinking about it as like a real person. That's why Superman couldn't exist, though.
Thank you, Katie.
Because, like, we don't. Sorry.
Go ahead, y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
Laura, you go. You go, and then I'll go.
Okay. Like, we obviously don't trust the justice system, and we have superheroes like almost for that reason, because we don't like it's not functioning properly. We have them for that reason. So then, like, but with the Joker, like, we keep handing him to that same system over and over and over and over. So like something needs to change. But like, is it Superman who would do it? I don't like. Maybe, you know, Superman calls Judge Dredd on the phone and he's like, "Yo, I mean, like, what?"
I could go for that. John Wick, I need some help over here.
Right,
I
like.
Go for that.
I was kind of piggybacking off of that a little bit. That because Morgan, you said that you don't trust the justice system, and then Javon, you mentioned that that. Then you know then how can you have but in there somewhere I forget how exactly you worded it, but I was thinking about how with the death penalty with capital punishment and how easy it is to be convicted and sentenced to death in this country. It's way too easy, and you could be you could be innocent. Like I think in Texas, if you have 3 eyewitnesses that say that you did it, that you can get sentenced to death. And that's insane because we all know how incredibly, amazingly, shockingly faulty eyewitness testimony is. It's ridiculous. And 3 people, that's not enough. That's not enough because 3 people who hate you could get together and conspire against you. Like, but in the situation of the Joker, I'm sitting here thinking, but we know it's the Joker. Like, everybody knows it's the Joker. Like, there is no question. There is no worries about eyewitness testimony being faulty. I mean, he comes right out and does it right in public and then says, hey, everybody, tell your friends I did this. So
with no remorse.
So I'm sitting here going, I'm against the death penalty too in the real world, but in the injustice world, I don't know. That's
my thing. It's the same philosophical discussion about once you inject too much realism into comic books, everything breaks. Because in real life, the Joker would have been. Sure. Joker would have definitely been killed. He'd have got that electricity. He'd have got that needle. He would have got that gas. Whatever. He would have been killed a long time ago. Like, let's be real here. He would have been killed a long time ago.
I would have been
pretty sure he'd been killed a long time ago.
How many different times has he been killed in like movies and comics? Like, he's been killed. So, like, how? Why is he still like? If you know, why is he still out there causing problems? He's been killed at least a few times.
But that's okay. Maybe that's the question then: is would Superman put the needs of many above the needs of few? Because, like, if he kills the Joker, that means a lot less people are going to die. Like, what Superman believe in philosophically? Because you know,
it's that willing to put his own personal morals above.
But there's like a train track question where, like, you either kill 5 people or you kill 1 person with the train or something. Like.
Yeah, but that so my mind is a logical. I think logically about things, and for me, from a logical perspective, if you like that's what Superman's point was to Batman. It seems extremely personal because he killed him in regard to his wife and his child dying. So it's hard to separate the fact that no, you're just pissed, which is why you took revenge right now. But you also have the argument that. How many thousands of people have died because you knew for a fact that Joker was going to get out? You knew it when you put him back there. You didn't tell the police they have to change this. You didn't force their hand. You didn't call in somebody else to help. You didn't do any of that. You just handed them over, and every time you hand them over, you're kicking the can.
What is he supposed to do though? What is he supposed to do?
At some point, if
the issue is the legal system. Because right now, honestly, the conversation we're having, the issue is the legal system. Batman is doing the police's job. Hey, boom, here you go, guys. Here's all this evidence right here. What are you gonna do with it? We'll throw him in Arkham Asylum. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
At what point do you become culpable in it? So if you know somebody's going to continue to do the same thing, if you know that, and it's going to cost lives, if you know that's happening. And
so there's a saying in Kingdom Come.
That's what I was thinking, Katie. It's like, just take him to the moon.
Make him a little hut.
I don't know if any of you.
He could do that.
He could. You could do that too, but he'll just start killing people there too. So I mean,
there aren't any people there. Just let him go.
People on the moon. Yeah, just build him a little ecosphere on the moon and just leave him there.
He has no way to get back. He can't fly. He has no superpowers.
So give him some potatoes, like Matt Damon, and then if he dies, it's his problem. It's his fault because he didn't keep his potatoes healthy.
I would watch this movie, by the way. The Joker is left by himself on the moon and like has to survive. Like that.
I would be all over that.
Let's do it.
Yes, I would be.
I do. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see that one. Yeah.
Joker in the Martian.
I want that story.
Lori, let's write that.
With potatoes and the ketchup and the sprinkle. What did he sprinkle on top?
Right.
Vicodin on his potatoes.
I love that movie, by the way. I love that movie. But I'll say this is, and we can move on to the list after this, or we can keep going. It doesn't matter. I'm enjoying it. But there's a saying. I don't know if any of you read Kingdom Come?
Nah.
Okay. Amazing story. It's basically what if Superman retired. Because the new breed of heroes was too brutal for him. It's very much in the same vein, but it's the opposite. So whereas in Injustice, Superman's like, screw this, I'm capping people. This is Superman going, the villain, the heroes around, the new heroes around me are too brutal. I can't do this. I can't be Superman in this world. And then he retires and he comes back. And once again, Superman and Batman are at odds. They always seem to do that. But anyway, well, there's a line in there where he says, and it applies to Superman as well. It says, when you strip everything away from Batman, what you're left with is somebody who doesn't want anyone to die. And that applies to Superman as well. Like, Superman doesn't want to kill, because when you start to kill, when you start to do those things, people already look at Superman as a godlike figure, right? And even in the DC universe, people will think, all right, if Superman ever wants to just take over, he can take over. And his whole point is, I'm not here to take over, I'm here to help. But the minute he starts like crossing that line, that's when people stop looking at him as a hopeful person who's there to help, and is starting to look at him as somebody who wants who should be feared. And Superman doesn't want to be feared. Once he's feared, he's no longer Superman. That's just my opinion. That's how I look at it. And once again, I understand that the concept of injustice it was basically to do a video game so you could have Batman and Superman fight. So, they had to come up with some reason. But I think a lot of people that want Superman and Batman to be these brutal murderers are people who have, in my opinion, don't quite get the concept, in my opinion, once again, of being a hero. And being hero, and in my opinion, being a hero is not making the easy choice. At least being a superhero, is not making the easy choice. Like Wolverine, to me, makes the easy choice. He kills. Punisher makes the easy choice. It's a difficult decision to find a way to do the hard thing because you have the power to do the easy thing. That's just my opinion. But me and you more agree on this, man.
I know, and Danny would have been. Danny is closer to your, because this is honestly a huge thing for Ace Blade and Lumberjacks in our universe. You know what I'm saying? And how they go about things, and it's this is before I didn't even know anything, because I didn't grow up reading comics, so I didn't know anything about the Injustice timeline or anything like that. So what I'm saying, we've had this debate. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to circle back to it when we get Danny back. Get Danny back on. Danny did send me his top 5, so I guess we can kick off the list with his.
No, I think we can. The ladies first. What are you doing, man? What are your manners?
Oh no, I want you guys to go first.
No. Ladies first. The newbies always go first. Always.
Yeah, but they might not have wrote. They might not have written lists.
It don't matter.
So
it don't matter. It's okay.
They gotta. You can't have them come off the dome, man.
Yes, I can. Yes, you can.
Oh my god!
Come on,
Yeah.
lady.
Well, my top 5 villains are Superman and Batman.
Great picks.
Who wants to go first?
Just because I'm sick of seeing Batman. That's it.
You and me both.
I don't disagree with that at all.
Okay. I guess I can. I have some weird choices though,
That's
so
okay.
be prepared. I'll start with the non-weird ones, and then we'll go. I actually narrowed it down to 5 with a 6th optional one that I.
Boy,
that's a Javon move. He did
don't put that on me. Danny did it too.
He did that on the first show, literally.
All 3 of us have done it.
I narrowed it down to like 9, and then I sat there and I was like, oh, I guess I can cross this one out. And also, like, best, like, top 5, like, are we thinking like there's a lot of wiggle room in there? Anyway, okay, so the first 2 I picked are sort of nostalgia, because like I've been reading these villains since I was a kid and I love them, and they're Carnage and Galactus.
Okay. All right.
That's
I got those as 5 and 4.
5 and
okay.
4.
And then I picked Hela, because you got to have a badass lady in there. And she's like the first one I think of, because I absolutely love her. Cinematic and comic book, of course.
Okay.
And then I went down a weird route. I picked the Saint of Killers from Preacher.
That's a good one.
Who is just like, he has fucking terrified me from the beginning, and I just like, he's, oh my god, he's just so unsettling and horrible.
Good one.
I gotta go find this. I don't even know that person.
You know Preacher? You ain't never read Preacher?
Mm.
Bruh.
I didn't grow up reading comics. I told you that already.
You need to read Preacher.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Oh,
I did not grow. I did not start reading comics until Lori got me into it in like 2015 when she roped me into UHS, and then I was like, oh, I think I need to know more about comics in general.
I read.
Never even picked one up.
I read the whole run of Preacher at least once a year.
Oh my god, it's amazing, Morgan. You need to. Yeah.
You would like.
I will look into it.
You would absolutely. I would be shocked if you didn't love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would like it. All right, what's number one?
And then the last one I picked might be cheating, but I picked Admiral Thrawn from Star Wars, because he is a comic book villain now, and he is one of my favorite villains of all time, and he's super intelligent and super scary because of how intelligent he is.
What's the name? Admiral Thrawn?
Thrawn, yeah.
Okay. THRONE?
THRAWN.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Star Wars. So
okay.
Thrawn is the coolest.
I have to take your word for it.
Someone in the comments, back me up.
Okay.
No, look, that's so I wanted to make sure I wanted to make sure I had it right. So I could make sure I posted. All right, so here's Lori's list, and I'm definitely gonna have to like go and do research now, because I don't even know about the Saint of Killers and Admiral Thrawn. So I want to make sure I put hers on the screen.
All right, next up.
Yeah,
and then a runner up for me, and it's also kind of cheating, but Hitler.
Where's Hitler in the comics?
Oh, Hitler's in the ton of Marvel comics.
I'm thinking about it. I was like, he's probably in a lot, isn't he?
He's actually just a super villain in Marvel.
Yeah, like tangentially in the Avengers stuff, because he's Red Skull works for him. Red Skull's on my list, by the way.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
All right, now let's go.
Yeah. I think Red Skull's my number 5. I'm more of the mainstream guys, because I started out with the mainstream stuff when I started looking into stuff. Because just he's very intelligent, but he's too sure of himself. That's my especially when they got him into the cinematic universe. It was like he's so sure that he's the best and that he's gonna win. And it's like that usually ends up being the downfall of all the villains, really. I have Magneto on my list as well, because I think he's an excellent relatable villain. Like, he's got a sympathetic backstory. Then which one do I have a couple of names scribbled down here. I'm like, who do I want to be my number 3?
I got you. I was waffling too. Yeah,
I guess Loki, just because he is usually the bad guy in the comics. Like, I know he goes to bad guy to good guy to kind of has a redemption arc in the MCU, but I think in the comics he's usually he helps out, but he's usually mostly in it for himself, which tends to be bad guy stuff.
Okay.
Who's my
I like y'all's list so far.
That's 3, right?
That's 3, I think. Yeah, Red Skull's my number 5. Where's my phone just turned off and now it won't turn back on.
That's all right.
It's okay.
Why you do this to me?
No rush at all.
Yeah, and then come on.
I think Laura. I had it.
Did she fall off? Did she lose it?
I think connection might have dropped.
Okay.
She actually has this thing where like at 7:00 her time, every single time we do a stream, like 7:00 on the dot, her internet drops. So She'll probably be back.
That's all right.
Yeah, I've seen that before. She should still have the link though.
So yeah, as long as she has the link, she'll be back. Okay, so then I'm thinking number 2. Ooh.
There she is.
There she's back. Oh, and you're a lot clearer now. You're a lot clearer now. You were all fuzzy before. So let me see. I mean, I guess I gotta put the Joker in there, but he's so like he's too mainstream almost. Like he's probably not my number. He'll be my number 2 because I don't actually know much about his backstory either. But he's got so many. Super good bad guy.
He got like 15.
He's got more than one. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I guess Thanos is my number 1 because he's just so wrong. Like he's got the right idea, but he's just so wrong about it for so many times. Like in the MCU, he's definitely wrong. And then, does he not snap? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not as good at this. Or I'm not as I don't have as much info as you guys do with the experience with comics. Like in the comics, does he do the whole snap people out of existence to impress his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Is that what? Okay, yep. So I'm not mixing that up. Good. Yeah. Which?
Yeah, that's in the comics.
I know that she's death, but come on. No girl is worth killing half of the entire life on Earth. I mean, come on. So
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like these lists. One for Lori's, I got to go do research, and Sarah's definitely. I'm not gonna say why I like Sarah's yet, but
go ahead. Go and give me your list. Go and do your list.
All right. So for my list, all right. So for mine, I'll explain it after I give them. So my number 5, I have Darth Phoenix. And I'll explain once I give all of them. So Darth Phoenix is number 5. Number 4, I have Darkseid. Number 3, or Dark Seed, whichever way you want to say it. Number 3, I had Dr. Doom. Number 2, I had the Joker, and number 1, Magneto. So
I'm legitimately shocked.
Why?
That you don't have Killmonger on your list.
Nah. So all right. So my thinking for, if we were talking about MCU villains, yeah. But for comic book villains, nah. I mean, it's not that he's not a great villain, but like, so Magneto's number 1 for me because like Sarah said, like he's an extremely relatable. Like one of the things that I love the most is for like in storytelling period, I love to be conflicted by characters. And Magneto is one of the best conflicting characters that exist in comics because his motivation in itself is not bad. He just wants to protect mutants, and he knows humans are going to try to kill the mutants. So you guys keep crossing this line, I'm going to F you up. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. Like at its base, that's what his goal is. It's like, I'm going to protect mutants at all costs. He's
willing to make that choice that Superman won't about the Joker.
Yes, exactly. You know what I'm saying? He's willing to cross whatever lines it takes in order to do. Now, does he want to be at the head of it? Yes. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes you kind of waffle on, okay, is this person a villain? Is he actually whatever? But I love conflicting characters, and Magneto's one of the best, and he has one of the best morals as far as like an underlying moral for why he's doing what he does. The Joker is the mythos, the fact that he has so many different origin stories that we don't know which one of them is the actual origin story. The fact that he's probably the most popular villain. If he's not the most popular comic book villain, I don't know who is. I mean, because we've seen 15 million Batman movies, and we always want to see the Joker. I don't care what other villains Batman has to fight in the movie. If Joker's not in it, it's just not as good. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if I go to see a Batman movie and he's fighting Mr. Freeze, okay, but where's Joker at? You know what I'm saying? Like, because anytime I see Batman, I want to see Joker, and it's that synonymous. And his villainy is the fact that he does not have superpowers is insane because we all love him and he does not have any superpowers. We don't love him because he has cool powers. We love him because he's just unhinged. You don't know what he's going to do, but he's also an incredible foil to Batman. Dr. Doom is another one that has hit the fact that he's insanely smart, but also insanely good with magic is extremely dangerous, and that's a really dangerous combination in comics that I don't know that anybody else has on the level that Doctor Doom does. And his epic back and forth with Reed Richards, and the Fantastic Four. He makes the Fantastic Four without Doctor. Same thing as Joker. Without Doctor Doom for Fantastic Four, you might as well hang it up. Darkseid, he had to go on there instead of Thanos because literally they made Thanos off of Darkseid. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like there's Darkseid preceded Thanos. Thanos is made in Darkseid's image pretty much, and Darkseid's Omega beams is one of the coolest villain things ever. Dark Phoenix is number 5 only because I don't have as much because Jean Grey as Phoenix is insane as it is. Dark Phoenix was one of my favorite characters, period, in X-Men ever. And the only reason she's not higher is because there's no real undergirding reason for why that I remember that Phoenix had for just effing things up. You know what I'm saying? So like the people that I had towards the front, I wanted to have some type of underlying reason or something to them. Like Darkseid even had the anti-life equation, even though I don't agree with it. But I mean, at least he has some character he's chasing. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I have who's on my list. Do you want me to post Tony, you tripping? Do you want me to post Danny's list or you want to do it yours first?
I'll go first before we do that.
All right.
So my top 5 are all characters who kind of, I'm not just thinking about, the comic book version. I am thinking about the MCU version, live action version, the whole thing. Plus, right. I'm just letting you know, Joker is not on my list. I don't like the character. He's very boring to me. He's really boring.
Hey, I get it.
I'm over it.
I would not have put him on my list if I had known, or even like just having this conversation. I'm remembering so many that I've shit. He was a better really choice than the Joker. He is.
Every time they do another one, it's like, jeez, again.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I get it. I couldn't keep him out of mind.
Okay, number 5, Kingpin. From the minute they, because at first, he was he was a Spider-Man villain. I didn't really like him. I didn't like that version. But once they made him a Daredevil villain, it was like night and day.
He's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal in the comics, phenomenal in the Daredevil Netflix show. Even in the Ben Affleck movie, Kingpin was phenomenal. He was the best part of the movie. But I like the mob dude who can literally throw down anybody. I like that.
Okay.
Number 4, Dr. Doom, quintessential villain, pretty much the top of most people's lists. Dr. Doom. We still haven't seen a good version of Dr. Doom on film yet, unfortunately. But frankly, we haven't seen a good version of Fantastic Four either. So, number 3, Magneto. I'm with you, Morgan. I love Magneto. He is probably the quintessential villain that I understand his point of view. Pretty much, I would say he might be the one that predates all of them. I can't think of many villains before Magneto where you were like, hey, he makes a good point. And then pretty much like everyone after him was the same thing. Number 2, Lex Luthor. I
knew it.
I like Lex Luthor. I like the businessman villain. I like him. There's been so many different versions of him, and pretty much every version of Lex Luthor has been pretty good. Like in the comic books, once he got out of the purple armor, and once they made him like a businessman, he was good. Purple armor Lex Luthor, I can't ride with you, but purple and green, no. But once they made him a businessman, every version was good. Clancy Brown and Justice League on the Justice League and the Superman cartoon, Michael Rosenbaum in Smallville. I mean, I can keep going, but there's rarely been a bad version of Lex Luthor. And then number one, you got to give it to the man of the hour, Thanos. He has been wrecking shop for decades now, since Infinity Gauntlet.
Wow.
I almost had Darkseid, but to me, Darkseid is boring because there's very little layers with Darkseid, in my opinion, as a character. He's just evil. It's like, all right, we need an evil person to do evil things. All right, let's just bring in Darkseid. Thanos actually has like a personality. Like there's an actual underlying motivation that makes sense on a certain level. Thanos is not whack, sir. You've got Penguin. You brought up Penguin. You're disqualified. But
well, he did say he brought up Penguin because he was trying to hold it down for the big dudes. But you put Kingpin on the list, so it works.
But yeah, like Thanos, and then the fact that they actually did Thanos, like the fact that Marvel was able to translate Thanos into the movies. And he didn't look ridiculous. And
yeah,
I mean, the amount of like one-liners that dude had, like just from like two movies.
Listen, for
one-liners. What did he say in Endgame? All your failures have brought you back to me. I was like that. Like this man sat down and waited for them to come to him. And then beat the crap out of all three of them. It was just like, all right, I'm done here. Let's deal with it. And then proceeded to beat the crap out of pretty much the rest of the MCU by himself.
For one-liners, I don't think in the MCU nobody's messing with Ultron for one-liners, bro. Ultron has so many freaking amazing one-liners. Like I said, if we were doing MCU, Ultron's definitely in my 5 automatically. You know what I'm saying? Because his one-liners were absolutely masterful. And
he almost made my list, though. Made my list.
Ultron, yeah, he wouldn't have been a bad pick. So my close calls were Ultron, Thanos, of course, Loki. Like I said, the only reason Thanos didn't make the list is because Darkseid's on it, and Thanos pretty much came from Darkseid. Like they made it more interesting, I guess, but Darkseid was first. You know what I'm saying? So, Darth Phoenix had to go on my list too because Phoenix is.
But to me, the Dark Phoenix, there's no underlying well, number one, I'm not a big Jean Grey fan. I've said this on more than one occasion. And I feel bad about it, but Jean Grey has no personality. Like I keep asking people what Jean Grey's personality is, and nobody can give it to me.
I mean, she doesn't, but Dark Phoenix does.
But Dark Phoenix is it's the same thing as Darkseid. Oh, he's evil, and then that's it.
No,
what more is there to it?
Dark
That's
Phoenix
boring to me.
Everything, everywhere, at all times. Like Dark Phoenix and Dark Scarlet. There is no such thing as Dark Scarlet Witch, but if there was,
actually, there is.
My God,
there is.
Well, then I'm about to switch my list because I do not want any parts whatsoever of Scarlet Witch. Mad.
Scarlet Witch has been a villain in the past. Yeah, I got the book I got the book right behind me.
When they did the What If series, when they did What If and there was the zombie Scarlet Witch, I said, oh my God.
That's a good one. I ain't even think of Omni-Man, man. I ain't even think of Omni-Man, dude. That's a good one. I ain't even think I kept I tried to keep I like the adding Saint of Killers. I thought about putting what's the dude, the other villain from Preacher?
Quinn Cannon?
No, with the penis head.
The penis head.
Star.
Okay, I guess I'm not reading now.
Star.
Admiral Star or Hair Star. Yeah. I thought about putting him.
See, I
he
tried to
actually
keep my
have a penis head. It makes sense when
penis head. You said penis head is what
I mean, when you see it, It's the first thing that's going to come to your mind.
Then he does have a penis head. That's
not
pretty
an
much
actual penis on his head.
Technically, in Preacher, God is also a villain. So, I mean, he's pretty high up there, too.
That is true.
Well, there are people walking the earth that think God's a villain, too. So, that's another conversation, though.
You have to read it, Morgan.
God was a villain in the Supernatural TV show, too.
I was just about to say, Sarah.
That is true.
What?
That is true.
Wavelength, man. Are you kidding me?
I love Supernatural, man. I watched every episode.
Thank you. Everybody, I had people make fun of me so hard I was like, I can't stop. I know it got bad, but I can't stop.
It never got bad.
Yes, it did.
It got muddled and
never got bad.
It got bad in the sense that they weren't doing like the Monster of the Week shows anymore, which is why everybody originally started watching it. So when they started doing these multiple series long arcs that all tied into one another, that's which, if you think about it, everything from like season 1 all the way on to the end kind of tied in with but we had that Monster of the Week thing happening, so people didn't notice it quite as much, and then they stopped watching after season 5 or 6 and didn't get it and said it sucks now because there's this long story arc instead of the Monster of the Week. And I thought that I acknowledge that there was a lot about it that wasn't as good as it was in the beginning, but
I would put the first 5 seasons of Supernatural up against any first 5 seasons of any show. Any first 5 seasons.
It goes hard.
Put it up against any show.
Supernatural goes hard in the paint now.
The first 5 seasons of Supernatural were
better, Lori?
After flame after flame after flame.
Of any show
ahead,
in
Lori.
existence, like Star Trek Discovery, I would put above the first 5 seasons of Supernatural.
What show?
Yeah.
Star Trek Discovery.
Where's the ring? I need a ring. Where's the ring at? I need a ring. Oh,
I've never seen Star Trek Discovery.
You need to see it.
It's on the streaming service, right?
It's on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Paramount Plus.
It was just on I don't remember what it was on before that, but it's on Paramount Plus now.
I still say no, but okay.
I was going. You already know what show I was bringing up, but I'm not. But I won't even. I would not dignify.
Game of Thrones.
I could. Thank you. Where is my ring at? Where is it?
Game of Thrones. Listen. I love Game of Thrones, but that last season.
Don't do
that.
No,
I agree. It went down.
The 5th season of Supernatural is pure liquid fire. Okay, I'm just saying. I said the first 5.
I'm not going to defend the last season of Game of Thrones and say it was like spectacular and it was a perfect ending. But I will say, for a show that epic, what show that's epic have we seen end well? Really, like where we're really all happy with it. I can't think of many that like had an ending and we're like, yeah, this is perfect. Like maybe movies, you know what I'm saying? But for seasons, I can't think of. I cannot think of a show that ended and we were all satisfied. I can't think of one.
So I would defend Lost. I would defend Lost to the death. I know people don't like the last season. I don't care. I will defend Lost to the death.
You can't.
Absolutely not. Unacceptable. After the last episode of Lost, you take Lost and you throw it in the trash, and then you light it on fire.
Listen, I don't have to ban you from this. I don't have to ban you from the show.
Hear me out, though. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
You can't ban her. You
can't. I won't allow. Consistently good.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah.
You know what? I got you. I got a show for you. I got a show for you.
The Office was all right.
I like
The Office ending was all right.
The Office, though, it lagged in the middle, though.
Yeah.
It did.
I mean, I'm not.
It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great.
I'm one of the people I don't like. I never liked the Michael Scott character. So like the first, I don't.
Well, I've never watched an episode of The Office, so I just.
So why you going for?
Because I love Steve Carell.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is stronger than
The
Office.
If you've never watched, listen. If you watch you will cringe every time Steve Carell talks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
especially the
he's
first
bad.
two
I mean,
seasons. He's
Yeah, the
rough.
first. Oh my god.
He's
yeah,
rough.
he gets better, but then,
He doesn't. He never
he's
gets
not the
better
best.
for me.
Really?
Ryan
I
put
thought
up.
he became more palatable for me as after the first and second season he was awful, and I was like, I don't even want to watch this because of this guy. And then after that, he toned it down and he was better.
Well, Dwight and Jim are literally the only reasons why I stuck around.
Yep. Same.
And when Steve Carell left the show, it got. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but it got funnier to me.
I thought it was so good. I was worried about that because everybody was so like, oh, he makes the show, but I thought it was just as good as when
Nip Tuck had a terrible last season. Terrible last season.
I never watched Nip Tuck, so I wouldn't
Nip
know.
Tuck had a terrible last season.
The ones that I saw Ryan post that I agree with, Breaking Bad. I can't think of any season I'm like this whole season's trash. I can't think of Breaking Bad is really close to a perfect show.
Honestly, it's a perfect show for me, and it rarely gets talked about.
I swear to God, if you say like Arrow or Flash,
it has been hilarious. Shut up.
I will leave.
It has been hilarious from start to finish. New Girl.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I love New Girl.
I'll give you that.
I love New Girl.
Yeah.
New Girl was hilarious from season 1 all the way through. And in the last episode with that last gag, dude, I was dying.
I love that show.
New Girl is a perfect sitcom for me.
Oh, I gotta wait. Hold on. Let me make sure I get Danny's list in. So Danny's list, he has number 5, Lex Luthor. Number 4, Norman Osborn. Number 3, Darth Phoenix. Number 2, Dr. Doom. Number 1, Magneto.
I don't understand how you guys are all picking these Spider-Man villains and you're not picking Carnage. Like, I don't understand.
Let him know, Lori.
Carnage is like the same thing to Joker for me, though. Like, it's a one-note character.
Carnage is so cool.
I mean, he's cool looking.
Yeah. And he can take like different forms and shit, and he's...
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think you know what happened with Carnage? Maximum Carnage like broke me. Like, I was done with it. I was like, all right, I've had enough. It was like an 18-part series, and I was reading it at the time.
Yeah, Magneto's
like, I was like, all right, I'm done with it. Okay, I think it broke me for Carnage and Venom. Like after that, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Magneto's a villain, but he's that's the reason he's on my list, because he does the best job of walking that line. I would say, so like I said, MCU wise, Killmonger is up there because I like what they did in What If with Killmonger. Because he played. Did y'all hear something? I could have sworn I heard nonsense fly past my ear. What did you say? Hazukawa. Are you speaking a different language?
You heard me.
I didn't hear what you said.
You heard me because I said it before.
All I felt was hot breath.
We're not going down that road again.
I felt hot breath come past my ear. That's all that was all I really.
You should go look for it. Like, then that's what you say you do. You go look for things. You go.
I will.
It's scary. When it's a scary movie.
I will. I'm a G in these streets, cuz you know what I'm saying. Like,
you the dude that get killed by Michael Myers.
Hey, what? Hey, listen.
Go check.
Listen. Every situation is different. Okay.
What's that noise upstairs?
Nah, I didn't say that. See, that's why. Don't twist my stuff. Okay, that's not what happened.
You realize we record these, right?
I did. I do realize that. All I'm saying is, for those who
said, if you heard a noise, you would go check.
I did not say that. Okay. What I said is, there are different types of scares. Like I've said, okay, I will openly admit this is the white guy in me. I fully accept this. Okay, so if there's something going on, like, okay, if you say your house is haunted and you're like, yo, the door down the hall is like opening and closing by itself. I look down the hall and I do see the door opening and closing by itself. Since I'm thinking you're thinking this is a ghost, I'm gonna want to go disprove that. Yes. Okay. If you tell me Michael Myers is down the hall, I'm not going down the hall. What I need to do, I don't need to go see Michael Myers. No, those are two different things. When I'm in a ghost situation, I feel like I need to go disprove what you're thinking, not to make you wrong, but because I think there's a plausible explanation for whatever's happening. Not because I don't believe in ghosts. It's just I think more often than not, if you think something like your house is haunted or something's going on, hey, y'all shut up.
Hey, Morgan, the dude that if Morgan hurts,
no, see, don't do that. See, that's what
Morgan,
I'm saying. You keep conflating the issues. If
Morgan,
Morgan,
I asked you if you were in the house by yourself and you heard a man's voice say, "Morgan, are you gonna go check?" And you said yes.
Where did I hear that?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
You get your shit and you leave the house and you light the house on fire. That is what you.
Dang, Lori. I mean,
I told you, Morgan gonna hear, and he gonna be like,
"Nah." See, don't do this. See, that's what I'm saying.
Morgan gonna be like, "Let me go check."
You keep conflating things. If it is a physical danger to me, I'm not going to it. But if it's a physical danger to me, like a person, like Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy, I don't want no smoke with them. If it's Chucky, I'm going.
Are you saying Candyman in the mirror 3 times? Because I'm not.
Yep. Morgan definitely want to see. I have done. Morgan definitely check.
I did Candyman, and I did Candyman, and I did Bloody Mary.
See, Morgan.
It's a ghost thing.
Listen,
but see,
Morgan's the dude that's going to let us live. See, because Morgan's going to go check, and we gonna have time to run. That's all. I'm good.
I agree. If it's paranormal, you guys will live and I'll die. If it's gonna kill me, but I don't think it's gonna kill me.
Morgan be the dude that be like, man, we'll tell Morgan, hey, if you go to sleep, Freddy gonna get you.
And don't see.
I'm tired.
Stop doing this. No, I distinctly just said Freddy, Jason, Max, Michael Myers. I'm not messing with them. Chucky, I'm gonna F Chucky up. I'm not scared of Chucky. I'm gonna F Chucky up. I'll chase him around the house, all that. We're gonna go at it. But Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy, I don't want no smoke with none of them. And
Morgan gonna see his Morgan gonna be downstairs. His back door just gonna open. He gonna go look. He ain't gonna see somebody open it. He just gonna go look.
I mean, I'll go look like this. I'll get Whitney. And we gonna go down the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like I'm gonna just go down there barehanded. I'm going down there with Whitney. Me and Whitney going down there, and if I have to let Whitney sing, she gonna sing, and she gonna sing loud.
Katie, you crazy?
Katie's crazy. I had a guy come back. I lived in a village where people don't lock their doors, and I didn't lock my door, and I had a guy just walk in. It was the middle of the night, and I was in bed, but I wasn't asleep. So I hear this, and I hear somebody start moving around, and I'm like, oh my god. And I peeked out into my living room area, out from the bedroom, and I could see the shadow of the guy. And I didn't have any weapons, but I hit him. I hit him with a coffee table, one of those cheap ass side coffee tables, and I smacked him. And it was just a dude that lived next door that had dementia, and he came into the wrong house, and so I felt terrible.
That's his fault. That ain't your fault.
Yeah,
I got zero sympathy for him.
I hit an elderly man with a coffee table.
Dude, I don't see. Yeah,
that's not your fault.
It's gonna be chitty, bang, bang. That's it.
I got a metal bag.
I got
a metal bag. He would have caught that metal bag real quick.
Arched back thing happening, and he had the old guy big nose, and so he looked
that's not your fault.
You know what?
Creeping around, and I was.
You're not gonna make you feel bad over here.
What that would mean to me? What that would mean to me is that God is calling him, and it's my job to send him on to see Jesus. That's what that means to me.
Yep.
I don't want to send anybody to see Jesus, but I feel like after that, I feel like after that happened. Well, first of all, after that happened, I did start. I keep a baseball bat underneath my bed now.
One.
There you go.
I got one.
I was I'm not gonna get a gun. I don't have that kind of confidence. you know, because there's no way I wouldn't shoot my own foot off. But like, I have a baseball bat. And also,
Jason's not getting me. Like, I don't care if I'm downstairs and I see the door open and I see a bloody handprint. If I'm alone, now if my family's in the house, I gotta do what I gotta do. But if I'm alone, I'm out. I don't live there no more. Or I gotta go get the police. I'm coming back with SWAT.
Right. No, you're not going upstairs and hiding in the closet like everyone does on every. You're getting the fuck out.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying.
If I'm by the door, door already. Now, Morgan,
don't do this.
Who made this mess in my house? Somebody has a. Morgan's like, who made this mess? I need to go check.
Nah, if I gotta wonder who made the mess, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Because Whitney's singing.
Morgan will be the dude in Poltergeist where if he turned around and all his chairs were stacked up on the table in like a square, Morgan would be like,
I would think that was interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This is interesting.
I would definitely think that was interesting. My first reaction would be like, "Oh snap, son!" My first reaction would be like, "Oh snap, son!" And I get the video out because nobody's gonna believe me when I tell them. Nobody's gonna believe me when I tell them. I would put it on Instagram. I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna send it to Lori, and I'll present it to Lori, Sarah, and probably a few other people, and be like, "Yo, this is crazy. Look at this."
And they will all tell you to get out the house, and you be like, "No, I got to see where this goes."
He's gonna live stream from inside the house and like wait and see what happens.
That would be really cool, actually.
Yeah,
that'd be a really good idea.
I'm kind of on Morgan's side here because you like every supernatural thing that people claim is supernatural is always some kind of like, oh, you've got bad windows, or you've got a creaky floor, or you've got a shift the basement shifted on your house. So I probably would do that too. I probably like hear the noise and go see what it is. Also because I have cats, and when it's a noise, it's usually a cat. I think I would probably be one of the first to die in a horror movie.
I'm a cynic. I'm a cynic, man. So I'm a cynic. So if you tell me that your house is haunted, I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm just saying I want to verify it. So
Morgan, you gonna hear,
but you keep trying to make it seem like you keep trying to make it seem like if Jeepers Creepers, like I'm gonna say this again. Morgan. If it is a physical threat,
Morgan,
I'm not going to mess.
Morgan, if you heard, you'll float too. You gonna go look and find out what that is?
I would think that was pretty cool, actually. Yeah,
he's reaching his hand in the sewer grate.
You are the.
No, I'm not doing that.
You are absolutely the child.
No, I'm not doing that.
You were that kid.
I don't even like walking in the rain. So.
Were you that?
No, I'm not doing that because I don't like walking in the rain anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be out there to put my hand in the grate in the first place.
No, you would. You would.
No, I wouldn't.
Because it ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna look like a clown. It's gonna look like Halle Berry or something. She gonna be in a sewer grate, and you gonna be like,
"Is it young Halle Berry or this Halle? Which Halle Berry we talking?"
Act like it would matter.
Yeah, like Halle Berry right now is the hot.
Like Halle Berry right now, come to your house. You gonna tell her no?
You're right.
Stop that.
You're right. I was trying to
not let you do that. No.
Hey, listen. Hey, there's
Halle
a difference.
Berry came to my house. I wouldn't tell her no.
The Halle Berry be in the sewer grate. Halle Berry be in the sewer grate. You'd be like, You ain't even going.
It would be rough. It would be rough for me.
My first thought is, why is Halle Berry in the sewer grate? Maybe I shouldn't be involved in this. And then
wait, are you trying to say I'm not a logical thinker, bro? My first thought would be that too.
No, you be
my first thought would be that too.
Halle Berry.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, that's Halle Berry. What you doing down there, Halle?
See, you having a discussion with Halle Berry in a sewer grate.
Why not? You having a discussion with yourself?
No, I'm talking to me. Yes, in my head.
Why can't I talk to Halle?
Well, hey,
what's the difference?
That's why you lose your arm. That's what we talking about.
I'm not reaching in there
from a safe distance.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Don't try to make me don't try to make me act like an idiot or something, bro.
I didn't say you an idiot. We just know that you the dude that's gonna die first in the horror movie. It's okay.
It depends on what the horror movie is dealing with. If it's dealing with Jason,
because we could be out
fine, but I'm gonna be the first one to die in the movie too. So
We could be out camping, and you're gonna
It'll
be
be
like,
me and
"What's
Morgan
that?"
going to see what the noise is, and then Chucky gets us.
I'll F Chucky up. There's no world Chucky's
You
going
going
to
to
kill
F
me.
Chucky up? I'm out.
I will. Hey, look, listen. If we're on a camping trip and weird stuff's happening, I'm not going looking for nothing. Are you tripping? We out in the middle of the freaking wilderness. I'm not doing that. This ain't my playground. This ain't my nothing. I don't need to investigate.
You're gonna be like,
Lori's got the bear spray and the shotgun.
There you go. See, that's what I'm saying. That's all I need.
We already know. I'm okay with it though. Like I'm okay. I think it's hilarious because I know if there's nobody in this world that I would want to be in a horror movie with, then Morgan. There's nobody because I know
you could just push him
Morgan
down
gonna give me an extra 2 minutes to get away.
That's so effed up, bro.
You extra 2 minutes.
Oh, so not only am I gonna go over there, but I don't stand a chance either. Not only do I don't even stand a chance. So you telling me I'm gonna be the black guy on the roof with Jason to get his head knocked off and go outside? That you tripping?
You the one that talk about you gonna go see him?
My hand's official, cuz. First off, second, you not about to,
was it Keith David and Kurt Russell lasted to the credits and the thing? Listen, if I was in the thing, I'm locking myself in one room.
You gonna die too.
Nope. Nobody ain't hitting me. Nope.
Yeah, you can lock yourself in a room.
Know I'm me. In the thing. I'm gonna be like, I know I'm me. Y'all stay over there. Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all figure out who y'all is. I'm me. I'm gonna stay right here.
Yeah, but what if it appears as never mind, it can't do that. Yeah, okay.
As
that might work. That might work.
As who?
Now, I was gonna say, what if it appears? I was gonna say, what if it appears to Halle Berry, you're in trouble. But Halle Berry would have to be there.
Listen, if Halle ain't if Halle don't respect my boundaries, my personal space, she got to go. If I know there's a creature, I know there's a creature. I'm not talking about if I don't know. If I know,
okay. I about to say, don't do that because
I'm a married man. I can't do that right now. I can't do that. I'm a married man.
I about to say we all just said Halle Berry can get it. So I was about to say, don't you even tell.
I'm a married man. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I just said she's a beautiful woman. That's it.
Continue on with that lie. Okay.
Halle Berry is not a beautiful woman. What are you talking about?
No. I would never. No. You said I'm a married man. I don't know what you're talking about. That's what I said.
I am a married man. I have no idea.
That ain't got nothing to do with the Halle Berry situation. We all just said we splack her stuff. So I don't want to.
I said if I saw Halle Berry in a sewer grate, I'm gonna be like, why is Halle Berry in a sewer grate? And then I'm gonna walk away. That's exactly what I said.
That's effed up, bro. What if you
call 911 and get somebody to help?
I call Halle Berry. I will be 20 feet away, and I will call and I will say, look, Halle Berry is in the sewer grate, y'all. I don't know how she got here, but somebody should probably come help her out. They're gonna be like, can you help her? And I'm gonna be like, I have a question about why Halle Berry is in the sewer grate.
Technically, Pennywise could still reach out there at 20 feet and drag you into it. So.
Yeah, but it better be quick. Because I'm gone.
He don't want you anyway because you're an adult. He only wants kids, so
yeah, you don't want me.
We'd all be fine.
Here's the question then, Javon. What if your wife is in the sewer grate? What if you see her in the sewer grate?
Once again, the question is, why is my wife in the sewer grate?
That's what I was like. If they have a really reasonable explanation, that I might be okay with the whole.
And see, we have this beautiful device. Right
really
here.
A good explanation for being down in a sewer grate, unless you are a
this
sewer
is terrible.
worker.
I have a beautiful device right here called a cell phone. If I saw my wife in the sewer grate, I'm gonna call first because why you in the sewer grate?
Why is she in there? Sure.
So I'm gonna call to make sure it's
no, Lori, don't help him. This is terrible. This is terrible. Your wife's in the sewer grate. And you talk about I'm gonna call her on the phone. Do you know how upset your wife's gonna be? Do you understand how upset your wife's gonna be that you called her on the cell phone and she's standing there looking?
You know what? And you know what? And we'll be upset together, and she'll be alive
until she kills you.
Hey,
yeah.
But
you would be screwed. I gotta agree with that. You'd be screwed if it really was your wife.
You know what? I can take the anger for a couple months.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'll be alive for those couple months. See, this is how I know Morgan would die.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you.
In a sewer grate.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
He's not gonna question why I'm in a sewer grate. He's just gonna stick his hand down there.
I would not. Number one.
So if I'm in the sewer grate, you ain't gonna help me out? What you gonna do?
I would be very concerned with why you're in the sewer grate, and I would ask you I would ask you questions that would try to give me some illusion to whether or not it's you or it's Pennywise. That's what I
Time
would
out.
do.
You gonna
Yeah.
ask me questions, and you got
Yeah.
a problem that I said I'm gonna call the cell phone to make sure that it's her.
I'm thinking from the perspective of your wife who's gonna shoot you.
If my
You know what I'm
wife
saying? Because
saw me in the sewer grate, she would probably be like, "Why the hell are you in the sewer grate?"
I'm sure that's the first thought for anything. But so my first, okay. Let me. So if I'm in this situation, I'm gonna be
Exactly. How
wondering
you get down
why.
there?
Why are you in the rain? 2, why don't you have on a raincoat? 3, why are you in the sewer grate? So that's how
You did
I
by the
go.
third question. By that third question, you did.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be
There
far
you are.
away, and I'm quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm quick on my feet. I'm good. I'll shake that mug and move
Morgan
on.
be right down there sticking his head like,
Nah.
"You okay? Huh?"
No, nobody believes that. I told you.
I think everybody believes that. You
the
just
situation
said
I'm gonna
that
die
you
in
will
is
go check on so many different things. You're too
the
trusting.
situation I will die in has to do with ghosts. Okay, Pennywise ain't a ghost. Okay, so I'm good. If you tell me that your house is haunted and there's something weird going on in the house, you're like, all your dishes are out in the kitchen, and you didn't put them there. I'll be like, yo, that's crazy. Let me see, and then I'm gonna go see what's up with the dishes. That might get me. And if like Toby is there from freaking The Conjuring, then I guess he gonna fold me up. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be a deep kimchi. But
What if
if
the girl from The Ring like came out of the screen at you? Would you be like curious,
Morgan will watch.
or
Morgan
you're
would
running?
definitely watch the video. Morgan would absolutely watch the video. He'd be like, "I
would
don't
I watch
believe you."
it?
He'd
No,
be
that's
like, "I
not
don't
true.
believe you."
That's not true because
You
my
wouldn't say,
mom
"I
told
don't
me not.
believe you." You just said you tried saying
Wait,
Candyman. You
wait,
said
wait,
you
wait.
did
I did
Bloody
do that.
Mary. You did
I
all
did
those things.
Candyman and Bloody Mary. But my mama told me not to mess with a Ouija board, and to this day I haven't. So I can stand on the fact that I would not go whatever you just said. I wouldn't do that because I
If
haven't messed
somebody
with a Ouija
came up
board
to
to
you
this
and was
day.
like, "Man, people die when they watch this video,"
I'm not watching it.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second.
I would let me tell the truth. I'd be very tempted though.
The fact that you say you tempted tells me that
I
you will
would be
watch it.
tempted because I think it's BS. I
I'd
would
be
think
more
it's BS.
So
interested
you
in
will
what
watch it.
what happened to the people. Like tell me why all the people who watched the video and then died, and tell me why they
I
died,
agree,
and
sir.
how. And I would be much more interested in the backstory of the tape than the tape itself.
Y'all
I
asking too
agree.
many questions.
I just
All
That's
you got to do
terrible.
is say, "Hey, if you
At
watch
least
this
I
tape,
know
you're
that you're
gonna
not
die."
going to save anybody at any point. That's what we know about Javon is that if you around Javon and something goes
That's
left, you're
not
gonna die.
true. Listen, I
Yes,
said
it is.
I've told you before. If we in a zombie
Nah.
movie, I'm grabbing my son and I'm telling my family, y'all got to run. Now I
That's
can
effed
only
up.
carry one person.
That's
If
effed
they
up.
trip,
That's effed up, bro. That's effed
what
up.
you
So
want me to do? I'm carrying my son.
you're
If they
supposed to be
trip
a
and
G Beast,
fall,
bro. You're supposed to pick both of them up. Pick them up and run, cuz.
bruh, I weigh 185.
That's okay.
I can't carry my wife. I got my son, my wife, and twin stepdaughters. You want me to carry 4 people?
Somebody better do something. What you gonna do? Sit there and
Adrenaline
look at your
rush.
stepdaughter?
What'd you
Yeah,
say?
you better figure something out. Put
The
them in a
adrenaline
wheelbarrow.
rush.
Nah, I told
you
my
could-
family. I joke with
you
my
could-
family all the time. I'm like, if there's a zombie apocalypse, y'all better run.
The
I can
bad
only
thing
put
is
y'all
maybe
on
get
bed.
a second person in there with the like if you were being chased by a horde of zombies and you get that adrenaline rush, you could maybe carry a second person, but
Yeah.
I'm dubious that you could carry everybody. Like maybe you could get a second person on there. Maybe.
Listen,
I don't
I
ever
will
want to
tell
be in a
you,
zombie
Morgan, if
situation.
me and you, Morgan, are hanging out and somebody comes up to us with a tape and says,
I'm gonna
Morgan,
die.
if you watch this tape, you're gonna die. I would look you in the face and say, Morgan, don't watch that tape.
Okay.
Now I've helped you at this point.
Did you though?
I would be like, Morgan, give me the tape. I'm gonna break this tape right now. I think you would be like, hold on, let me see what's on it. And then at that point, I'm gonna leave you to your devices and I'm out.
Here's a question: Would you? Because I've known people who've done this, and I wouldn't do it. Would you read out loud from the Necronomicon?
Bruh, I wouldn't have been in that basement. I would listen. If a basement door just popped open, nobody touched it. If a basement door just popped open, it's time to leave.
That's kind of cool, bro. Like, I need to know why I did it. Because I don't believe it just popped open. I think somebody's pranking me.
If they pranking me that good, I don't mind. I'll leave. I'll be like, oh, you got me, ha ha ha, but I'm alive.
I swear to beans, when I meet you, bro, I'm gonna scare the bejesus out of you. Like,
You ain't gonna scare me. Listen,
I'm
there's a difference
so
between
looking
being
forward to this.
listen. There's a
And I'm
difference
gonna record
between
it
being
too.
scared and being smart. If I'm
Nah,
if I'm in the woods, if I'm in the woods in a cabin with 4 of my friends, and we all know, and we know it's just the 4 of us, and the basement door just pops open. If my
you just
friends
gonna immediately run.
I'm like, yo, I'm out, yo. I don't know what that was, but I'm going home.
Oh my god!
So what? You going downstairs, Morgan?
Huh?
I said, you going downstairs? You gonna go in the basement?
I can't see it. I don't see any reason for me to go down there. Look,
Morgan lying to y'all right now.
My curiosity is my curiosity, bro. I can't help that, and
That's why you gonna die.
or I make a really awesome discovery, and I have a really awesome story to tell people. I'm not just gonna concede
in heaven.
You make a really nice ghost friend, right?
You have a real nice story in heaven.
Thank you, Lori. See, Lori said I can have a really nice ghost friend. So you can go there.
Yeah, y'all be friends in limbo. In
like
purgatory.
The kid from The Sixth Sense, once he figured out that he just needed to talk to the ghosts.
Yep,
yeah,
Morgan.
see, no.
Morgan be reading from the necromancer. He'd be like, oh, this is interesting. He'd read the whole damn book.
Would I be afraid? Okay, so
I would read the whole damn book to myself before I would even consider reading anything out loud, because I would not understand any of it. And you can't just be reciting shit from something you don't understand.
Why?
Look, man.
I don't get it. Y'all, I don't understand. I'm not that curious.
I understand that.
I'm not that curious about that stuff.
I don't know if it's more curiosity or cynicism. Is my cynicism
not that cynical.
I am. That's what I'm saying.
I don't play with stuff.
Huh?
I don't play around when it comes to like stuff I don't understand. Like I don't.
I'm the opposite. Like if I don't understand something, then I get obsessed with figuring out. I need to understand. I need to know why. So that's where I'm at.
You guys are
similar. I'm similar.
See, Morgan, you the dude that if your animal died, you put him in pet cemetery.
No, get that.
Even if somebody told you not to do it, you would do it.
No, I don't believe you're just making stuff up at this point.
I'm not making stuff up. You just said you'd be curious.
I would never.
If somebody said if you put your dead cat or your dead dog in the pet cemetery, let me be honest with you. They gonna come back.
There's nothing that I care enough about that I feel like I need to go put it in a cemetery to bring it back to me. Nothing on the planet. See, you know what I put in pet cemetery? You know what I put in pet cemetery? My PlayStation 5.
That PlayStation 5 will come back and kill you too.
My TV. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I don't need to put people and animals in a pet cemetery.
Yeah, you'd be like, that's hogwash.
Nah. I put my TV and my PlayStation in there. Maybe my remote, my keys if I lost them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like a good way to make free things, to be honest with you. But that's neither here nor there. That's a different conversation.
If you the one that like to tempt fate, I'm not the dude. I'm the guy in the zombie movie that's gone. Like I'm sprinting.
Everybody's smashing me right now. Anyway, hey, forget y'all.
I'm trying to tell you.
Whatever. I don't care anymore.
You the one that want to whistle through the cemetery. That's you. Hey, let's cut through this cemetery, guys. No, dude, we walking around.
Look, bro. I said that is whatever, man.
Wouldn't.
You're literally just making stuff up. At this point.
Would you cut through a cemetery?
For what?
If you had to go from point A to point B, and you could cut through the cemetery, or you could walk around. If you go through the cemetery, it'd take 10 minutes off your walk.
No, I would not cut through. That's just disrespectful.
That argument doesn't even it wouldn't even make sense if you were in Europe somewhere, because there are just cemeteries everywhere in Europe, and you have to walk through them in order to get where you're going. So that wouldn't even.
You have all these superstitious. Okay, so let me say this. I'm not a very superstitious person, so I'm not scared to walk through the cemetery because I think Thriller's getting ready to pop off if I do. I wouldn't walk through the cemetery out of respect for the people that are living that are in there, and I mean just walking on their graves. Both of them are dumb thoughts, to be honest with you. I mean they're dead, so you know what I'm saying. It's not it ain't that deep, but I'm not like scared to go through the cemetery because I feel like you know
if you knew if it was a cemetery you
years
knew
getting ready
people
to come
had
out.
died in, like not people were people had literally died in.
What?
I'm asking.
Like people had been talking in a horror movie. Had passed away in the actual cemetery itself.
Like murders have taken place in said cemetery.
Would I go there?
Yeah. Would you have a problem walking through it?
What reason would I have to walk through that cemetery?
I'm just asking a question.
I think it's a dumb question. I don't have a reason to walk through a cemetery if people have been murdered.
I mean, you don't have a reason to go check. You don't have a reason to sit there and do half the stuff we just talked about, but you said you do it.
If I happen to find myself in that circumstance where I'm in a house and something unexplained happens, I'm not gonna run out of the house just because something unexplained happens because I think something can explain why it happened.
So if you felt a hand on your shoulder, if you home by yourself and you felt a hand firmly grab your shoulder,
I'm going to turn and see what the F grab my shoulder or if I'm tripping. I'm going to think obviously I'm tripping because there's nobody else. It happened
twice.
Look, if I'm in the house by myself and I know nobody else is in here, right? If something's touching me, that should be an impossibility. So let me look and see. Is there something, behind me? If I see that there's nothing behind me, then it happens again. All right, now I'm about to start being like, all right, what the F is going on? And I'm going to start moving towards the door it depends. If I'm in my house, I'm going to defend my house. So if I think there's something spiritual going on, ain't nothing spiritual getting ready to run me out of my house. That's why I draw the line. If there's a person in my house, I'm going to kill them. If it's a spirit in my house, it's not going to stay in there with me. It's my house. Now, your house, I'll let you deal with that. that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Come back what I'm saying?
But my house, I'm not running out of my house.
Some Catholic priests, some Baptist ministers. We're gonna consecrate this whole.
If I felt a hand on my shoulder, I would be like, oh, I guess it's time for me to make another doctor's appointment because something else in me is broken.
Thank you.
That's like
I'm completely first.
I have to go to the doctor so often that I'm just like, I just would assume that something else has gone wrong, and that's all it was. There was no ghost. It was just me the whole time.
I just like busting Morgan's chops because I know he's the guy who, we already know he's the guy that's going to die in the horror movie, and I just find it funny that
how terrible is this to say that?
You are.
No, I'm not.
It ain't like it's going to happen in real life. But
whatever, bro.
If the zombie apocalypse pops off, I want you in my group, man. I want you in my
podcast over like mad, like way late, just because you was getting at me about picking on me. Oh snap! I think we had how many? Dang. Well, let me screen share real quick. I don't remember what the number was before, but I think we had some other people. What number? What isn't this?
Whoa, that's like $300. Dang!
Wow, that's amazing!
Yay!
Hey, we appreciate y'all, man. I just wanted to check it one more time before we got off.
Hey, yeah, it was a horror movie conversation. It tied in nicely with the.
Nah, it was you trying to play my face.
I just want y'all to know that if it's us four in the horror movie together, it won't be Morgan the first to die. It will be me because I am every bit as curious as Morgan, but I'm also slow.
Hey, listen,
so I would definitely die first, and then Morgan would die, and then you two can figure it out.
I like to believe me and Laura would be gone. Like that'd be the end of the movie right there.
Lori would be the one grabbing both of our arms, going, "No, do not go down there. Do not check for that noise."
That would be the end. It'd be no movie. The movie be 15 minutes long.
I think that's effed up, bro. That y'all are so sure that I'm gonna die.
Morgan would absolutely die saving her. Absolutely, Morgan would die saving her. That is.
I will try to save you guys. I would. I won't lie about that. I would. I'm gonna try. You know what I'm saying? I like to think everyone would see. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Bo. That's what I'm saying. Like, why can I don't.
But I just told you I would help you.
Yeah,
If
we were
I,
No, you
locked in
didn't.
I
like
told you
we were
multiple
locked in a
times.
haunted building. Yeah, I would definitely like we would have to band together. But if this was like a cabin in the woods scenario that we stumbled upon and we were just checking it out, yeah, then I would
Morgan,
definitely
I
back
would tell you,
Javon
don't
already
do
told
that.
us what's going to happen.
No,
So.
I would say, Morgan, don't do that. Morgan, don't watch that. Morgan, don't read that. And if you don't listen, that's your fault.
Anyway,
if
I
he
can
doesn't
help
listen, we'll just knock him unconscious. I feel like
you
that's
absolutely right.
like he
If
starts
you
to
got the
turn
book
the
in your
evil
hand,
TV on, like just okay, let's go.
Nope.
Throw him over the shoulder. Let's.
I accept that. If Lori knocked me unconscious to save my life, I'll take it. If Javon knocks me unconscious, we're gonna fight as soon as I get up.
but you be alive though. You be
That's
alive.
okay, and we can fight, and we can still love each other right after the fight.
It'll be a short
I'm
fight,
pretty
but
sure
all
if
right.
y'all wanted to stop me from doing something, then you could just distract me by changing the subject, and I probably would. It would be really easy. Like just distract me for a minute, and then I'll forget all about that weird thing that
I
that
just
I
wave
wanted
a
to go
comic
check
book
out.
right in front. I
Yeah,
just
this
wave a
is
comic book in front of you guys.
Like, hey, I think I saw a kitten outside. We should go pet the kitten.
I might have to write this for your anthology. This short story. Short story.
Yeah, hey, I
Morgan's
might do this for
Crazy
real because
Adventure. I
y'all
got
slay.
There you go. You got it. You got your entry all set. Now you just gotta make it.
All right,
Man,
folks. I gotta head out.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure I
This was
posted
a
this more
pleasure.
time. I want to make sure I get the link up there for y'all that haven't already pledged. Wow. Thank you everybody who pledged while we were on the show. We appreciate y'all for coming through and listening. Thank you, Lori and Sarah, for coming through and spending time with us and having these conversations, listening to Javon try to play me for, like 30 minutes. I love you guys, top fives. I hope to see you guys back on here.
Yes, absolutely.
And
this was
and
fun.
Yeah, for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? I'm very, very, very pleased with, how well Miss Medusa is doing. Lori, you're phenomenal. Sarah, phenomenal work. Y'all are doing awesome. I'm really looking forward to see where this closed out because I really think we can get to that 14,000. I really do. So I definitely want to get there, or what Moana said, get to 15,000. But for everybody, here's the link one last time for the Kickstarter. Make sure you guys go there, go to Kickstarter, and you can type in Miss Medusa, and it'll come up, or you can just grab this link, get over there, and I'll make sure I post it in the group page too. And me and Javon will be back. Danny should be back next week. We appreciate y'all for coming through, and we'll see what we do next week. I might put a poll up and see what y'all want to do for next week. I'm gonna put the poll up tonight for who had the best list, and we'll go from there. Appreciate y'all, love y'all. See y'all next week.
Pleasure, ladies. Pleasure.
Hi.
Please come again.
Thank you.